stop everything. The internet is on fire. The hip-hop world is in collapse, and one of the most horrific scandals in reality TV history has just burst. Jim Jones, the man who has been through years of public love, loyalty, and heartbreak with Chrissy Lampkin, has dropped the full tape. Not a snippet, not a teaser. The complete, unedited, unfiltered tape that exposes secrets nobody was authorized to hear. And it has already tarnished the reputation of Chrissy's spouse in ways no apology will ever mend. The footage is brutal. It's raw. It's undeniable. And it's not simply some rumor whispered in the shadows. This is receipts on steroids. Leaked audio and video that make it impossible to spin, impossible to deny. Chrissy's world has been flipped upside down, and the repercussions has swept the entire love and hip-hop universe into pandemonium. Twitter timelines are crowded. Instagram lives are exploding. Celebrities are selecting sides, and fans are left with their jaws on the floor. What started as rumors of treachery has escalated into a cultural earthquake. And Jim Jones stands at the middle of it all, standing with a final blow that no one saw coming. But here's the question burning on every screen right now. How deep does this betrayal go? And what exactly did this tape disclose that has left Chrissy humiliated, her husband destroyed, and the entire business panting for air? Stay locked in, because the narrative you're about to hear will rock everything you thought you understood about loyalty, love, and survival in hip-hop. It didn't start with whispers. It didn't start with muddled speculation or half-baked rumors in the blogs. It started with a bomb. At exactly 8:47 p.m. on a Thursday night, Jim Jones pressed upload, and the world as Chrissy Lannon knew it shattered in real time. Phones buzzed, notifications showed up, and the headline hit like a freight train. Jim Jones drops whole tape. No teaser, no cryptic post, no sneak peek. The whole thing, raw, unedited, and absolutely devastating. Within seconds, Twitter erupted. Fans rushed to visit the link, their hands shaking as they typed frantically, "Is this real? What did he just do?" And then the footage began. The first seconds alone were enough to stop hearts cold. It wasn't fuzzy, wasn't grainy, wasn't anything you could shrug off as phony. The quality was extremely clear. The voices were distinct. And front and center was Chrissy's hubby, caught in the kind of compromising predicament that makes justifications impossible. This wasn't gossip anymore. This was the kind of evidence people clamor for but rarely see. Irrefutable, unequivocal, and ruthless in its exposé, the tape showed him in a context that instantly aroused recognition. Fans zeroed carefully on the background, the decor, the timestamp, and within minutes, individuals were submitting photos demonstrating he had been there before, comparing it with old social media posts he had posted months earlier. Couldn't deny it. The proof was right there, staring back like a ghost from the past. But then came the audio, and that's when the story turned from terrible to devastating. In icy, mocking tones, Chrissy's husband's voice flowed out confessions, laughing, and the kind of disdain it made fans' stomachs flip. He wasn't just chatting, he was bragging. He was ridiculing Chrissy's loyalty, laughing about how she would never leave no matter what he did. And worst of all, he name-referenced Jim Jones himself, dismissing him in the cruelest possible way. The internet didn't just gasp, it howled. Screenshots flew across timelines. TikToks popped up instantly with creators breaking down the most harsh lines frame each frame. Twitter threads surged, scrutinizing every second of audio, evaluating the tone, the background noises, and even wondering who else might have been in the room during the recording. Within 1 to an hour. Hashtags were trending internationally. Jim Jones' ultimate blow. Chrissy's husband revealed. Tapegate. Fans launched meme after meme. One had Chrissy's husband's face superimposed over a crumbling structure with the statement, "Reputation demolished." Another featured Jim Jones smirking with chess pieces around him labeled checkmate. The internet was eating him alive, and the tape had only been out for less than an hour. Then came the celebrity reactions, and they simply poured gasoline on the fire. Cardi B tweeted a single word, "damn," and linked a popcorn gif. Remy Ma went live shaking her head as she remarked, "This is the kind of disrespect you don't come back from." 50 Cent, never missing an occasion to sow havoc, shared the tape with his characteristic laugh, adding, "Told y'all these dudes move sloppy." The industry wasn't holding back, but while the internet went wild, Chrissy's silence wounded worse than anything. usually outspoken, feisty, and ready to clap back. She is gone. No posts, no mysterious tweets, no Instagram stories, nothing. Insiders whispered that she had seen the film only minutes before it dropped and been blindsided. Her entire world falling in front of millions. Paparazzi claimed she was photographed leaving her home with sunglasses on, head down, ignoring shouted inquiries. That silence screamed louder than any words, and admirers could feel her sadness from miles away. And then, as if the scandal hadn't hit hard enough, Jim Jones himself went live. The stream filled rapidly, numbers surging into the tens of thousands in seconds. He sat back, relaxed but smirking, the type of smirk that lets you know he's been holding a card the whole time. His remarks were simple yet devastating. "I told y'all, loyalty means everything. You fool with it, you lose it. The world needed to see this. Now they know the truth." He didn't mention Chrissy's husband by name. He didn't have to. The tape said everything for him. The live cut off abruptly, but the aftershocks were immediate. Blog raced to repost his statements, presenting them as a declaration of war. Fans swamped his remarks with acclaim and shock, dubbing him the executioner and the man who ended it all. Others discussed if Jim had gone too far, whether revealing something so intimate exceeded the line. But no matter whose side you were on, one thing was undeniable. Chrissy's husband's reputation was in ashes. Yet the murmurs didn't end there. Insiders claimed that what the world had just seen wasn't even the worst of it. According to sources close to Jim, the tape fans saw was just the clean version. There were still deeper passages, even more humiliating confessions and other receipts that hadn't been made public yet. The rumor alone was enough to send supporters into frenzy. What could possibly be worse than ridiculing Chrissy's loyalty, gloating about betrayal, and dragging Jim's name through the mud? What else possibly be lying in those unreleased portions that Jim hadn't dropped yet? And more significantly, why hadn't he dropped them? Was he saving them? Waiting for the ideal moment to unleash the next volley of destruction. Fans weren't sleeping. Timelines were alive all night. Speculation is running rampant. Jim playing chess, not checkers. If this was only the warm-up, the genuine tape is going to wreck his whole career. Chrissy should leave immediately before the second wave hits. By midnight, even major publications were covering the story. TMZ featured a headline that read, "Jim Jones destroys Chrissy's husband with explosive full tape." Hot 97 debated it on air with one host saying, "This ain't just reality TV anymore. This is reputation murder." The Shade Room's repost of the footage garnered millions of views in hours. Their comment section is drowning in snake emojis and broken heart. Memes. But the most chilling moment of the night came from a single cryptic post Jim made hours after dropping the tape. A photo of a chessboard, a lone king piece toppled over, and a text that read simply, "Checkmate." The meaning was plain. The tape wasn't a mistake. It wasn't an outburst. It was a calculated maneuver. A final blow Jim had been plotting, waiting for the best opportunity to execute. And Chrissy's husband, he had walked straight into it, never seen it coming. Fans sat frozen, reading through every remark, every meme, every leak. The consensus was clear. If this was merely the first blow, the second would be devastating. Jim Jones had just pulled the rug out from under Chrissy's husband. And the next move would not just damage him, it could delete him forever. And as the episode faded to black, the cliffhanger rang louder than any confession. What else does Jim Jones have in his vault? And will Chrissy's husband even survive long enough for the world to see it? The morning after Jim Jones exploded the internet, the globe didn't wake up to peace, it woke up to war. The tape wasn't simply a trending topic anymore. It was the talk. Barbershops, beauty salons, breakfast shows, and even classrooms buzzed with the same line. "Did you see the tape?" The words carried like wildfire, and wherever you went, people were disputing, reliving, and gasping over what Jim had just unleashed. Entertainment blogs plastered their top pages with screaming headlines. TMZ's header read, "Jim Jones destroys Chrissy's marriage with explosive complete recording." The Shade Room looped the juiciest 30-second clip. Chrissy's husband insulted her faithfulness and racked up millions of views in hours. Hollywood Unlocked's post was swamped in snake emojis and crying memes. Even mainstream news agencies got caught in, presenting it as a cultural earthquake. But the fans weren't pleased with the initial drop. They wanted more. Weren't pleased with the initial drop. They wanted more. They requested the extended cut, and in less than 12 hours, their dream came true. Oh, second leak appeared online, not from Jim's page this time, but from anonymous accounts posting the longer version of the recording. It was darker. It was uglier, and it was 10 times more humiliating. The extended tape featured chats Chrissy's husband made with many women laughing about living a double life. He boasted about how Chrissy ain't going nowhere, claiming that she'd defend him to the grave no matter what he did. And the line that made the internet stop breathing, Chrissy's love is her weakness. I control it. Twitter exploded. Screenshots of that sentence became the most retweeted image of the day. Fans tore into him brutally. That's not love, that's manipulation. Chrissy deserves better. Period. You don't come back from ridiculing loyalty like that. Slit up like fireworks. Arsak, Chrissy depart. Or double life. Jim was right dot. And then came the text messages. A supposed friend of Jim's shared alleged talks between Jem and Chrissy's husband months before. The texts showed her husband rejecting everything, maintaining he was loyal while at the same time ridiculing Jim behind his back. One message said, Chrissy only stays because she can't do better. Another, Jim bitter washed up. Let him cry. The texts blasted through the fan base like a buzzsaw. Screenshots splashed throughout Instagram. TikTokers reading the text dramatically, their faces contorting in horror. Twitter threads deconstructing every time I stomp. The receipts lined up precisely with the tape, and fans weren't just outraged, they were disgusted. Meanwhile, Chrissy still hadn't spoken. Her silence grew heavier by the hour, and the pressure mounted. Paparazzi captured her leaving her home in all black enormous sunglasses concealing her face, refusing to answer shouted questions. One photo showed her clutching her phone tightly, tears running beneath the shades. Blogs speculated endlessly. Was she leaving him? Was she plotting a comeback statement? Or was she breaking down in private while the world discussed her worth? But then came the breaking point. At 3:12 p.m., Chrissy finally broke her quiet. On Instagram, she uploaded a single story. Black screen, white writing, 3 words, I'm done. The internet ignited like dynamite. Fans filled her comments with support. Celebrities reposted her tale in solidarity. Taraji P. Henson said, Sis deserves peace. Mary J. Blige added, Protect your soul, queen. Tamar Braxton just commented about time. Chrissy's quiet had been agonizing, but her words were released. For the first time in years, fans felt like she was choosing herself above humiliation. Her husband, on the other hand, was sinking. He tried to go live that evening, yelling violently about phony edits and lies, but the discussion dragged him ceaselessly. Thousands of snake emojis filled the comments. Followers said, We heard your voice. No modifications. Dead weight, remember? Liv cut off abruptly, his face curled in wrath, and within minutes, blogs had shared the tantrum with headlines such, This man's spinning. The industry piled on. Fat Joe went live and said, This ain't no rumor. This is a man caught red-handed. Angie Martinez intimated on her radio show that murmurs of this betrayal had been swirling for months, but nobody imagined Jim would go nuclear and release the receipts. Charlemagne Thaw, God called it the death of an image on The Breakfast Club, stating, Once the streets see you like this, you can't recover. And then Jim Jones, as if orchestrating the chaos like a maestro, posted again a photo of a chessboard with only one caption, Checkmate. The symbolism rattled fans to their core. Jim hadn't just lashed out. He had played this like a strategy. Every leak, every drop, every moment was timed to perfection. The extended tape wasn't an accident. The texts weren't random. This was a planned demolition, and Chrissy's husband had been going toward it blindfolded the entire time. But the internet wasn't feasting. As night fell, another story circulated that Jim was still holding the worst part of the tape. Allegedly, there was one additional piece, a confession so shocking it hadn't been aired yet. According to insiders, it didn't just entail Chrissy's husband abandoning her. It necessitated his betraying the exact individuals who had protected him. Individuals inside the industry who weren't going to stay quiet once their identities were pulled into this tempest. Fans went berserk. What could be worse than this? If Jim got more dude, better depart the nation, ain't just controversy. This career suicide? Twitter boiled over with expectation. As forming in real time, a final receipt nuclear tape. Endgame Chrissy kept silent after her post, but sources claimed she had packed up and left the marital home, staying with close friends. Sources whispered that she had broken down in tears, saying, "I gave everything and he gave me nothing but shame." Fans reposted that supposed quote 1,000 times, their sympathy for her soaring, their wrath at him multiplying. And then shortly before midnight, a mysterious Instagram account uploaded a fuzzy teaser. A 10-second sample of audio, a voice, presumably Chrissy's husband, saying, "If the truth ever gets out, I'm finished." The internet froze. Was this the missing piece? Was Jim going to unleash the unreleased section? Or was someone else releasing bits merely to keep the fire raging? By daylight, the one certainty was this. Chrissy's husband's reputation wasn't just harmed, it was ruined. But with the murmurs of another unreleased portion floating, supporters feared the worst was yet to come. And when Jim Jones tweeted a cryptic message at 6 a.m., a black screen with the words, "The final blow comes soon," the cliffhanger became undeniable. What could possibly be left in Jim's vault that would take this already catastrophic scandal and reduce Chrissy's husband to ashes? By the time the sun rose on day 3, the internet wasn't buzzing. It was foaming at the mouth. Everyone had seen the tape. Everyone had seen the extended cut. Everyone had examined the texts, IB, and everyone had replayed Chrissy's heartbreaking "I'm done" post until it burned into their minds. But all of it felt like a prelude. The whispers were louder now. The unpublished section, the so-called nuclear tape, loomed over the culture like a storm cloud. Fans didn't just want it, they demanded it. And then Jim Jones delivered at exactly 7:45 p.m. Without warning, Jim went live again. Tens of thousands flooded in instantly. He sat calm, almost smug. His voice is low but razor sharp. "Y'all think you saw everything? Nah, that was the warm-up. Tonight, I'm giving y'all the piece that makes the whole puzzle come together. Tonight, y'all going to see why loyalty ain't just a word. It's life or death in this game." The chat exploded. "Drop it. What's left? End him." Jim smirked, reached off camera, and then hit play. What happened next wasn't just stunning, it was destruction. The final segment of the tape exposed Chrissy's husband in a private chat, chuckling as he admitted to betraying not just Chrissy, but the very individuals who had kept him safe in the industry. He mocked producers, bragged about manipulating contracts, and worst of all, he admitted to leaking private information about other cast members for money. Voice was gleeful, unbothered, proud of being the snake in the grass. The internet collectively gasped. Within seconds, the footage was shared everywhere. Fans couldn't believe the brazen audacity. This man wrecked himself. "How you betray Chrissy in the business, buddy?" Really, said career suicide. The hashtags trended lightning speed, Sharky last blow, an industry snake, finished forever. But Jim wasn't done twisting the knife. As the recording played, he leaned into the mic and added, "And y'all wonder why I dropped it now? This ain't just personal. This man has been playing everybody. And I'm not letting him hide behind Chrissy no more." The fallout was nuclear. Within an hour, producers from Love and Hip Hop made a statement indicating they were assessing the future. Cast involvement translation, Chrissy's one producer allegedly contacted Jim during the live saying, "You just did it." Industry insiders went public, revealing they had suspected unscrupulous tactics for years, but had never had proof until now. Saved us the trouble of exposing him ourselves. That screenshot leaked too, creating another wave of instability, of catastrophe. Meanwhile, Chrissy's world collapsed even worse. Paparazzi captured her storming out of a friend's home, shouting into her phone, tears pouring down her face. One eyewitness reported she cried, "I defended you when nobody else would, and this is how you thank me." The photo went viral, captioned simply, "The face of betrayal." Her husband, cornered and humiliated, tried one last desperate move. He called into a podcast unannounced, his voice frantic, insisting, "This ain't the full truth. Y'all don't know what's truly going." But instead of pity, the hosts interrogated him. We heard your voice. We saw your face. What's left to deny? He hung. In a matter of minutes, admirers began sharing videos of his breakdown with descriptions such as, he folded faster than cheap paper. The celebrity reactions were scathing. Too much clout, Meek Mill tweeted. Pursuing goals like this, Remy Ma intensified her efforts. A man doesn't deserve the woman who holds him down if he laughs at her. Additionally, Cardi B, who had been silent since her popcorn post went public, attacked him head-on. I don't care what nobody says. Once you play with loyalty, you're done. Period. Her remarks became the rallying cry for millions of followers who had already determined his fate. And then came the cruelest blow of all. Spotify, Apple Music, and multiple event organizers quietly pulled his name from upcoming shows and playlists. Screenshots of canceled contracts revealed on fan pages. His streams decreased overnight. The industry wasn't only disappointed. They were finished with him by midnight. Chrissy's hubby had gone entirely dark. No posts, no statements, no lives. His silence screamed defeat. Fans rushed his old images, filling them with broken hearts and clown emojis. One viral tweet summed it up well. Jim didn't just drop the cassette. He buried this man. Jim Jones wasn't celebrating. Last post of the night was chillingly peaceful. A snapshot of a burning house with the phrase, "Play dumb games, win stupid prizes." Fans knew just what that meant. He hadn't merely destroyed a rival. He had destroyed a legacy, turned the narrative, and reminded the world that loyalty is the only currency that matters. The cliffhanger was horrible. Was this indeed the end of Chrissy's husband's career? Or was there still another move remaining in this convoluted chess game? Could Chrissy rebuild from the ashes, or would she be pulled further into the ruins? One thing was certain. The ultimate blow had hit, and the echo would be felt for years to come. If you believed this was the end, you couldn't be more incorrect. What Jim Jones just performed wasn't just a leak, it was a demolition. This was the kind of final strike that doesn't just hurt egos, it erases reputations. Chrissy's husband didn't just get exposed, he got annihilated, and the entire world witnessed it unfold in real time. But here's the scary truth. Insiders are whispering that there are still more parts to this puzzle. Darker secrets kept away. And if those ever come out, the fallout will be such catastrophic it'll make this tape look like child's play. The industry has already turned its back. Celebrities are dragging him publicly. And Chrissy herself has broken her silence in a way that left fans in tears. But don't think for 1 second that this story is done. Because if Jim really played this like chess, then we're only halfway through the game and the next move might burn the entire board down. This is why you cannot afford to blink right now. Hit that like button. Leave a comment with your ideas. Was Jim justified or did he go too far? Should Chrissy walk away for good? Or will she be lured back into the chaos? And above all, subscribe with alerts on because the next leak, the next betrayal, the next meltdown could plummet any second. And if you miss it, we'll be watching the internet erupt without you. Don't get left behind. Stay locked in because the saga is far from finished.